Hey there, everybody, and welcome back to Black Arrow Gaming. I am Bob, and this is the second in another set of 3 Age of Wonders episodes that I am recording today. And let's just get right back into it, where we left off getting ready to head over to the Lich King Castle and destroy some more undead, which seems to be pretty much a large part of what I've been doing lately. I am going to grab these haste berries because I think this is a slight shortcut if I go here first and then go to the Lich Castle. So let's do that and go on inside. Closely matched. This isn't normally the ideal battle I would prefer, but I can resurrect some of these units if they do get killed. I think I can manage this one. My Necro army is not the best army that I've got, but they should be good enough to at least get the job done. I do need to be careful though, because the Necro himself, although I believe, well, does he have, I think he might have spirit immunity. I want to double check that though. If he doesn't, then I might actually need to retreat. Oh, he's got 80%. Should be good enough. But I could get really unlucky. In any case, I think I'm going to use him. Does he have a Touched by Faith item? This could be a little more difficult than I originally expected. Okay, what I'm going to do is use the Evangelist to give Touch by Faith to the Snake to try to protect him from getting invoked to death. The Ghoul Watcher I don't need to worry about. I'm going to actually just move up and zap one of these guys. The main thing I need to be careful of is that dang lifesteal that these guys do. I would prefer the Knights get the jump on somebody, so I'll kind of leave them back a little bit. And I'm also going to leave the Necro back a bit. We'll let them do their first round of Invoke Death while my units are on defense. I'm moving the Necro way back, actually, because I just don't trust this to not go horribly wrong. Alright, go ahead, come on in, do your Invoke Death. There's 1 failed, 2 failed. Okay, that Ice Queen has probably, like, no, she's down to 55. Actually, I'm surprised she has that much. Alright, now that they've let their guard down, I can start to beat them up a bit. So what I want to do here is move the Knight kind of like this and get that devastating charge built up. Then turn this guy around with a flank attack. Just soften him up. Then how much damage can the Knight do? In 2 hits he could come pretty close to killing that thing, but it's not quite a guarantee. So let's see, what can... She's really not very useful here. Probably I'm going to need to use a spell to help some people out here. Actually, Fireball might be handy here. Yeah, because if I just hit this guy with a Fireball, then the Knight can definitely kill him. There we go. That's 1 down. 3 to go. I gotta remember, Karnak is not exactly the most... It's not exactly the most tough unit that I've got. And that Snake lost a fair amount of its total max HP getting Death invoked on it. I think the Evangelist is actually one of the better units I have to just go toe-to-toe with these Reapers. The Snake, I think I will just take the opportunity to kill the Deathbringer, while this guy uses up some of this. Yeah, I'm going to send him kind of like front and center here to go after these guys. I can also use Greater Resurrect Undead on him if I need to get him back. I'm just going to finish him off. And The Ice Queen is probably okay to defend here on this turn, since none of them can invoke death again. And I'm going to move Karnak here, but I'm going to leave him on defense to just try to keep that Banshee from moving around too much. The Ice Queen's pretty well protected. There's only one space that she can get hit from. I think I am okay here now. I'm going to turn the camera a bit. Okay, they want to go after the snake. That's okay. They're going to get some life drain off of it, but they're wasting their time is what they're doing here. Oh yeah, I got the lucky Cloverfield. That's right. All right. So now, I think I'm going to use this guy to... Well, how much damage can I do to this? Wait. Why can't he attack the Banshee? I don't understand. Oh, the Banshee just came under my control. Okay, because of Karnak's ability. Necromantic Aura or whatever it is. That could theoretically work on a Reaper. Wouldn't that be fun? I think, are they dedicated to evil? No, they're not. You know what? I should be trying to pick up one of them. I think that would work. Let's see, maybe I can break this guy's spirit if it isn't already broken, because that would make it more likely to work. Undying. Does any of them already have broken spirit? I know I broke spirit on one of them earlier, but I'm pretty sure it's the one I killed. No, that one has broken spirit. Excuse me. I'm gonna try it on this guy though, because I could turn him around. Okay. Then if Karnak comes in here, does a single strike. I didn't get it. These guys, they have mind control immunity, but I don't know if Necromantic Aura can get around that. It might not be able to. Alright, the Ice Queen can go here. I'm going to have her strike twice. But I'm pretty sure I can finish off all these guys. Yeah, this one is dead. And hurt his friends in the process. This one is... Okay, maybe I can't quite finish them all off, but I can get pretty darn close. I think I want to finish this one, but I think I could... Nope, I would not really in any threat here. So I want to be able to get this guy. You know what? I'm going to get this guy here. Hit him. And then I can move the snake here to prevent that unit from respawning. And this Reaper can't kill anyone by himself, so I should be okay. I'm going to have my Necro finish the fight off. And maybe Necromantic Aura will work? It doesn't seem to be even proccing, so it must be immune. Also, he just took a lot of damage. Where's my Healy guys? Right here. Patch him up, please. And you, make that thing go away. There we go. One less Lich Castle to worry about, and what's my reward? A Cockatrice Egg and a Brigandade of Ronald the Rover. Forestry, Forest Concealment. That's kind of a cool item, but not really useful for me. The thing is, I'm getting 424 gold anyway, so I'm going to take the reward and then probably sell it. So I can drop the drop the Sun Spear, which I keep forgetting to use. Impregnable's been suggesting I send that to somebody else because I keep forgetting to use it on this guy, but I actually kind of like Karnak having it because this army doesn't have any fire damage. The main thing is I just need to remember to use it. I don't think a cockatrice egg can be sold, can it? Oh, it can. Yeah, I don't need that because I'm going to have Wyvern. And I don't need this. Sells for 120 gold. So I get more gold out of... Oh no! He could have used that chest item. Well, okay, he's getting Enchanted Armor of Sturdiness soon, which is going to be better, but... Okay, well, that's not as big of a deal. I should have equipped it on him, though, and then just sold it later, but whatever. Alright, and I think that's pretty much all he needed to do down here. I'm not really worried about this stuff in here. I'll probably never end up doing anything with that. I think this city is waiting for... Yeah, I'm waiting to upgrade to a stone fortress there. I wanted to send this builder north, I think, and start building a road through here. I need all this to be connected. There's actually several places I kind of need roads, but I think I'm going to start by going up here. And then this settler can go here, and I'm just going to click check to end his turn. We can come back. And for this city here, what is this? It's an orc settler, okay. When I put that orc down, I'm going to... The city's going to have a really good starting production because it's going to have a dungeon in its borders because these guys will clear it on the next turn. That's going to be really nice. All right, you guys check. I believe most people are at the end of their turns now. Should I send this group north or back down here? I think for the sake of making 3 really good stacks, I probably need these guys south. Yeah, I'll send them back. These guys are able to go after another heart structure on this turn, so let's do that. Very likely victory. I think I should be able to get by with an auto on this one. Oh, that ogre only barely made it by. Alright. And then I can get, just for fun, I should be able to get that Forbidden Sanctum too. So let's not send this poor guy in there. Let's send the Human Priest in. I like Phantasm Warriors. They're always good. We'll send an Ogre for some heavy-hitting damage. We'll send an Archer for some good range. And the Mammoth because he has a crap ton of health. That's a pretty balanced group. Although I guess part of who should go in here sort of depends on what is in here. Hopefully I made the right choices. This is a probable defeat. Yeah, you know... That's a lot of King Shock Serpents, but... see, here's the thing. I've got two true Resurrects I could use here. And I would love to get both of those guys on my team. I can't stun them, though. But I didn't bring a whole lot of stun into this fight anyway. I actually think my odds of this are a little better than what the game might think. It's the main thing is the stuns that I have to watch out for, but... I'm gonna abort attack. I'm gonna abort that. I think I'm gonna try to get another Archangel in here on the next turn. I don't see a reason to really rush. And then with the extra Archangel, I can, or Eldritch Horror, it's just something that's a higher tier than the stuff that I've got sitting around here. In the meantime, I guess I should probably put Wounded Ogre in with the 2 healing units. And I'll leave those armies there for now. We're going to summon... Well, I'm going to summon an Eldritch Horror out here for him. just to give some unit variety. This army's kind of growing into a decent fighting force. Alright, and you guys, we can go in here. A probable victory, I'm going to say we'll crush this one. The only thing is that guy's wounded, so I'm going to do this one on manual. Just to be on the safe side. And of course it started the wounded guy literally front and center, so I'm glad I did this manually. Alright, everybody else can pretty much just charge. That's kind of what firstborns do. I'm going to let him be behind just a bit. Maybe behind that guy. Yeah, you better run. Okay, well, this is an easy choice. You get a free flank. You get a free flank. Get a free flank, and you get a free flank. And a lot of you have tireless, so you can keep moving. You go there and defend, and you go beat the crap out of the mage. And then keep moving. Killing momentum is just, it's just amazing. Surprise. Alright, one more down. And Essence of Garlic gives gas breath. I'm selling that. Give me the money. Alright, and then this group can start heading. I'm going to start sending them around the road to go get that. This city's pretty much doing what it needs to be doing right now. I'm going to queue a mana vault in here, but I will probably switch that war hall to something else on the next turn. Yes, you are staying in Redfist to defend, and can confirm army movement all over the place. That's fine. Sure. Oh, you know what? If it's just on the confirm army movement stage, I can actually end the turn and it'll do it. So, before I do that, I did want to get this orb. Save me some casting points. And I'm pretty sure these guys could handle it because those Phantasm Warriors are all pretty weak. But by going in here and doing the fight anyway, I can still manage to get some XP off of killing them, even though they're softened up a bit. It's one down, and I don't even need to take a hit. I can back everyone else up and let them walk right into range of all my nice mages. Could you kill him? Not in one hit. He may be able to kill this one in one hit, though. That guy's definitely toast. Alright. Get some easy XP and an extra 52 casting points. We'll gladly take that. Alright, now, I think, and I'm going to do a quick save, but I'm pretty sure that based on experiments I've done in the recent episodes, I can just end the turn and it'll do all the army movement for me. Yeah. Run, run, everybody run! Okay. And my enemy, Sir Bob the Vigilant, is moving. Okay, so in the last episode, I went through comments for stuff that needed to be done before the end of this turn. Now I'm going to go through stuff that is more general feedback from the last set of 5 episodes. So, and that is the wrong note. That is for a different game. So first thing that I want to mention is Furt Fight pointed something out to me. When I was clearing, I think it was that above ground dragon dwelling that I have now that I can never remember the name of. It's like 2 words and Randrun Pyre. When I was clearing this, there was a bunch of dragons in there, and I didn't try to true resurrect any of them. Now I don't remember exactly how much mana I had. I think that I did cast Chaos Rift in that battle, so it's possible I didn't really have enough mana to do it, but I don't remember exactly. But basically, I probably should, like, I really need to remember that I have True Res, because I've missed many opportunities to use it, and especially anytime there's dragons around, I need those dragons. So I need to pay very careful attention. Literally every tier 4 unit I should be trying to True Resurrect, and probably should be trying to get as many tier 3s as I can, like reasonably. So obviously I still need casting points for other things like unit summons and stuff, but definitely I think I should True Resurrect every tier 4 at this point. I have no economy excuse to not be doing that right now, because I have so much dang economic growth at the moment. So yes, good call from Furt Fight there. From Impregnable, a couple things. Draco Apprentice Firebomb can still stun fire immune units, the Draconian Apprentices. That's another thing that kind of applied in this battle in Radron Pier. I had some of these Draconian Apprentices here, and I wasn't using them to try to stun the dragons when technically I could have, because their Firebomb actually does some physical damage, so it is capable of hitting the dragons, which means these guys are capable of stunning the dragons. Now, I can't throw 3 consecutive shots, but I can do their AoE. And I didn't even think to do that, so good call by Impregnable. Also, for anyone interested in Impregnable, I was talking about city happiness and happiness events a little bit. This is from Impregnable. I did not fact check this myself, but he's usually pretty good about this stuff. City happiness events don't occur below 400 happiness. At 400, there's a 4% chance in the 400 to 599 range, and then from 600 up, it's a 10% chance, theoretically, every turn. I don't know if there's a... Oh, I hit my mic. I don't know if there's a cooldown on that, if there's like a cooldown period of, like, if there is a happiness event, it can't happen again for X number of turns. I'm not really sure, but that's the percentage chances according to Impregnable. Scrolling down a bit, I was confused at Murek's Soul, Underground, Sarah Feingold, and this is from Sarah Feingold and insert username. Down here in Murek's Soul, I had enemies come in, and this city was under threat of attack, and the morale dropped substantially. That's because I didn't realize this, but there are... Oh, no. Well, maybe I can get away. There are actually 2 different debuffs that you get for enemy and domain. One is enemy and domain, but the other is enemy at the gates, and those debuffs stack, which is why the city, like, enemy at the gates is the units are like right adjacent to the city. Those debuffs stack for a very powerful morale debuff for this city, and that's what was going on there. Sarah Feingold and insert username both cleared that up. And the other things that I need to go over, I can do that after this battle. I mostly just want to see if I can survive this one. It's not going to be easy against another flying unit, but the Eagle Rider is technically faster. I'm going to try to take him in more of a loop. So I think I'm going to move as far up like to this tile here, I think is where I want to go. Let me double check. Yeah, I want to go as far up this direction as I can. And if I can dodge it for 3 turns, I could safeguard and then get away safe. And I'm going to stay just 1 space out of his range. Hopefully he goes more of a northern route. No, he's kind of going exactly where I didn't want him to go, which is unfortunate because now I'm getting pinned towards the corner. But I think I might still be able to pull this off with a safeguard. Could you maybe like not move all the way? Okay, he could have come closer and he didn't. But I'm still stuck here. So I'm gonna see if I've used enough time. I think I have. I think I'm actually okay here now. So now all I gotta do is move the eagle here. It doesn't really matter where I put him. But I'm gonna cast a spell, safeguard the eagle for 2 turns. What? Oh, the eagle it's halfling. It's got physical weakness. Okay, well, you know what? I'm willing to drop some mana to keep this scout alive. Get out of here. Yeah, I gotta remember that. You can't do that trick with the halfling eagle riders. Or, well, any halfling unit because of their physical weakness. Safeguard's only 100%, so if you have a 20% weakness, then you cast Safeguard for 100% bonus, you're effectively at an 80% resistance because of the missing 20. So that's what just happened there. But that's okay. We made it out alive. That's 1 more Manacle Rider down, and the Scout continues to live beyond or despite all odds. I really need to keep that guy alive because he's my best chance of finding, I think, both the Dreadnought and Warlord capitals. My leader leveled up due to passive XP gain, presumably. Let's get back to the guys. It's right there. It is right there. Just take it. Oh, I guess Mogwai. Nope, we passed Mogwai's turn. Okay. Oh, good. I was hoping this would happen. I'm gonna manual combat this, but yeah, those were the other undead near that camp I cleared. All right, let's take care of these guys. They should come after me, but I'm gonna go ahead and use any buffs that I can use. No, none of that weird, glitchy, jumpy crap. I'm just gonna put you on defense because I don't trust that bug. Okay, good, she stopped. I'm gonna touch my faith on, I don't know, the Eldritch Horror, I guess. And why not just group everybody up and group inspiration? Let's do it. Your curses have no power here. Hey, I see you guys like to hang out on the edges. Care to come in closer? Did not end well for that guy. Let's see, can anyone have any way of reaching my warrior? No, they don't. Or my warrior, my sorcerer. I could just sit here and throw magic bolts and maybe try to get a lucky stun on somebody. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I did get a lucky stun. Alright, everybody else, just sit there and make a wall. We'll let these, Archons come running in, and then I'll just counterattack. Oh, they really went for that Eldritch Horror there. That's okay, we have angels for this purpose. I do need to make sure that I Okay, this seems like a good move from him. I'm gonna do the bigger healing on it before Men Magical Being. I actually may need this angel to flank that Titan. I think I do. I need him out of the picture. And we'll use you for healing. That Eldritch Horror probably can't do anything. Now this guy can technically reach Arctica, which is a little bit concerning. And I can't cast any spells, and I have to end my turn. But this guy would take multiple attacks of opportunity running around the Eldritch Horror to get to Arctica. I don't think Arctica is going to die here, but I'm actually a little worried about this. But I don't think there's anything I can do. Yeah, I'm literally out of options, so I'm pretty sure she's okay. But I'm going to slow this one down. Okay, he's going for that back hit, which means the other guy can't reach her, as far as I know. Or if he does, he's going to take multiple attacks of opportunity getting around. And he won't be able to hit her twice. So Arctica's actually okay now. Alright. Now I need to get behind you. Get a couple flanks. Those angels will absolutely melt the Titans. Arctica should probably use Men Magical Being on that guy. This angel should probably use healing. This guy can't really do anything, but actually I'm gonna have this angel go after we'll say this guy here. Just clear these things out so there isn't stuff shooting at me. We can worry about patching everybody up at the end of this fight here. Okay. Arctica should still have a nourishing meal. Yep, there it is. Give that to the horror that got really beat up. He's still at 90 out of 138. The Paragon one is actually technically more damaged, but I still am going to heal that one just for the sake of helping to keep him alive. Alright, there's a few less undead to worry about. And, ooh, Zari's army is getting attacked by a big group. I still think I could probably get away with autoing this. But I'm going to manual. We're going to manual this one. Man, just hordes and hordes of undead coming after me. This is absurd. Yeah, I want to manual this one. I don't want Zari to get too overwhelmed by Titans because I think they have Guard Breaker, which kind of just bypasses her Vigilant, and that could be bad if enough of them ganged up on her. I absolutely cannot let Zari die. She is probably the most powerful hero that I have. I'm going to try to instead get a number of them to go after the Chthonic Guardian. Even though they can break his guard too, but he's at least got first strike to kind of help out with things. Zari might have first strike too, though, now that I think of it. Did I get her? Does she have an item that gives that? Maybe not. Maybe she doesn't. Yeah, I don't think she does. Alright, so some setup kind of like this. We'll use the rocks as cover and let the undead come to me. You guys really want to curse that Manacle Rider. Seriously, charge. Come at me. I'll take all of you, man. Well, he ain't moving. I'm gonna move you kind of like this. You here. We'll put Zari more in the back so we can use that spirit bolts easier. And setup kind of like that sort of works for me, I think. Let's have Zari cast a spell because nothing's threatening her right now. We'll just do smite. Wait, hang on. I have a fun idea. Don't these guys get instant wrath at elite rank? Okay. So they already have instant wrath, which reflects 50% of the damage dealt. What happens if you cast instant wrath on a unit that already has instant wrath? There's only one way to find out. Target cannot be affected. Ah, okay. I was like 50% plus 50% is 100%, so that's pretty easy math to do in my head. We'll give it to one of the Archangels. We might give it to both of them eventually. And on that note, I'm going to move that Archangel forward to try to draw them in. Oh, nobody wants to go after the Archangel. Well, that guy's got instant wrath too, though, so it doesn't really help them out much either way. Oh yeah, these guys are gonna just melt. Alright, I'm going to use the range attack to kill this one. I'm going to use... I might fry my own Chthonic Guardian here. I may not need to, actually. If I move here, I can catch... I'll get the Archangel in the mix. No, actually, I missed the Archangel. This is the perfect angle for this. Okay. He can come here. Take care of that one, and then this guy... Well, he can't really move, but should be alright. Oh, this Archangel can move, though. Alright, I'm going to go after this guy, because he's still got a lot of movement, and I would prefer him to just be out of the picture. That just leaves one Titan. Oh, you guys you do all the healing you want. That's fine. That's just that much more XP for me to gain by hitting you. And down goes the Titan. Okay, this'll be fun. Because Zari has something really fun to use against undead. Yeah, so I think everyone's gonna have to back up. I need everyone to just be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces away. Down where the Eldritch Horror is, I suppose. Yeah. Go down to like Eldritch Horror distance. Except for you. I'm afraid you're just gonna get caught in this, so sorry. You guys need to go a little further away, actually. And kaboom. Ooh, this is a crit. Is it gonna obliterate all of them? Kaboom. And so it was that the rest of the undead. She just killed 5 units with one move. Oh, that was beautiful. That was a thing of beauty. Oh, that's definitely saving that. That was awesome. Okay, so that happened, and the army's already back at full health and ready to carry on to another Lich Castle, which I should be able to auto. Well, no, wait, I can't auto the Lich Castles with her. I still have to be mindful of the units that, like this guy that doesn't have full spirit immunity. Although he would come back, I guess, if he got invoked to death. But, well, yeah, actually he would. And they're not going to be able to kill Zari, so I think I can auto these. Wait, hang on. Let me abort attack. Just to make absolutely sure, Zari does have spirit immunity, right? Yeah, spirit protection 100. I should be able to auto these. I don't think there's any way I can lose them. I mean, now the Mana Core Rider took a lot of damage, but... Ooh, I like that shield. Gives lifesteal. You could add it on to somebody to... It might actually be good for Zari because she already has some lifesteal. I'm taking that reward. That's a nice shield. So Zari has life drain now, but if I give her the shield, she gets greater life drain, but I lose the frost aura. This could be a situational shield swap. Also, I can get rid of this. I'm never going to use that. The phase item. This could be like a conditional item swap, because she's got like a lifesteal set here and then like an ice set. The lifesteal is going to be more useful against pretty much everything but undead or machines. So, yeah, I think I'll leave that item with her. But yeah, Zari has greater life drain now, and that really, I like that a lot. This does give, yep, it also provides the actual shield bonus. It's weird, some shields do not provide a shield bonus. It's very strange. But in this case, she's good. Oh, man. All sorts of good things happening this episode. I am loving this. So Zari's done there, and basically the only way for her to go is west. I think Zari's army is going to go northwest underground, along the northern edge of the map, because I have no other units going up that way. But let's face it, this is pretty much just a one army. Like, I don't think there's any stopping this group at this point. It's just absurd. So they can pretty much handle almost anything on their own. Unless, like, I run into a frick ton of, like, 18 Dreadnought tanks, which, actually, maybe I shouldn't count out. It's possible. But based on where I've seen the Dreadnought, it seems to me like, in the overworld at least, it's most likely more, maybe Warlord and Theocrat, because that's the Theocrat capital, and probably the Druid back in the corner here. So my theory is that I probably won't run into that many Dreadnought units this far north. And that's the only thing that really, I think, kind of worries Zari's army, is a lot of machines. Even then, I do have stun options, but yeah. So I think this pathway is the best one to go for now. We'll let Zari, may as well just clear this while we're here. Maybe we'll get an animal scout. We did. I will actually take that. So I'm getting 76 gold anyway. And then that warg can go grab... Well, actually, you know what I'm going to do? Does Zari's army have enough movement to make it back to that this turn? No, they do not. So I'm thinking about having the warg go ahead and make sure that tunnel keeps going before I send them that way. And it does, okay. So yeah, they can just go northwest. Man, they killed so many undead in the last two turns. 2 Lich Castles, and there was the 2 Archon armies, and I know I killed another one, I think, on the episode 2 episodes ago. So yeah, this army's friggin' absurd. Okay, upgrade my main leader, and she's got the spirit protection, but she's getting it from an item. I'm wondering if I should maybe give her strong will and change the item for something else. Because right now she's getting 60% from that, but she's also getting fire protection, which is really nice for her. Her item balance... No, I still think her item balance is pretty good. Because she's got 60%, but oh yeah, that's right. Because she's a sorcerer, she's got some protection from just the spirit shield ability, like one of the army leader abilities. So she actually does not need that. She just needs more defense and resistance, I think. Yep, just keep making her more tanky. Because dreadnought cannons are the one thing that worries me the most about her. Alright, now that that's dealt with, they can go back to what they were doing, which is getting that last little bit of dreadnought influence out of my area. The rest of these guys are going to have to handle this other stuff on their own. I can summon that Eldritch Horror now, and I think I'm going to do that. Well, I may as well do that now. Then we can do the Forbidden Sanctum and see if I can get a couple more tier. Maybe True Resurrect some of those snakes. Let's go ahead and do another quick save. I'm just constantly paranoid of my computer. I'm pretty sure... I don't think my computer's crashed since I started constantly quick saving. It's maybe happened like once. But, you know, I'd rather have it be this way than me not quick saving and having it crash, so I guess that's fine. We'll summon the Eldritch Horror here to get it fairly close to this. I actually think the army maybe could use another tier... high tier unit, but well, what was in here? The snakes. The Eldritch Horror has some amount of shock protection, I believe. No, it doesn't. I always think it does, but it does not. It does have the blight protection, though, or not the blight. The well, there was a Dread Reaper in here, wasn't there? You know what? I think I want another Archangel. Although I need to make sure to leave enough mana. Well, actually, I have 406 mana, so I have plenty for revives and things. So yeah, sure. Let's just, because I can now summon like 3 units a turn. Why not? We'll drop. I think I'm gonna drop the ogres from this army. Actually, the Phantasm Warrior could actually eat up hits from those snakes pretty well. I want the priest in. Yeah, we're gonna drop this other ogre and add the Eldritch Horror, and then who else should I drop? Probably the Mammoth. I actually think the Elf Longbow would do pretty well. So I'm gonna say drop the Mammoth. Add this Angel. Now we should have a little bit more of a balanced fight. Let's do this one in manual combat. Maybe I can get a cool secret spell, and I should be able to get a couple snakes out of this. Maybe actually I could get 3, now that I've got plenty of casting points to spare. Let's move this angel up, and we'll block both paths with 1 angel in each, and then put range units behind. Let's see where they go. These things do not harm me if I stand on them. They look dangerous, but they're not. I'm going to move the angel up to where only 1 unit can get to it on each side. And I don't know what I'm going to do with that Eldritch Horror yet, so I'll decide that momentarily. Okay, now I need to move the angel up a bit further, which means I'm going to send the Eldritch Horror around the side. Actually, how much time do I have? I'm going to buy myself a little more time to get that Eldritch Horror in position. So he can go here. And I can maybe distract one of the snakes with him. Now I can move up and start hitting some stuff. I'm going to pan the camera around so we can actually see what's going on here. And leave this guy in defense. Never on defense. Defense. And I forgot about my Phantasm Warrior. Crap. Okay. I'm really glad that web didn't work. Oh, who'd you kill? Oh, he killed my elf archer. I guess I should have seen that coming. Okay, well, that angel's not looking so good, but she will get back up after this fight, so it's not the end of the world. I can pretty much destroy that wraith. I could actually bother this one a bit. I kind of want to gang up. All right, first things first, let's get these snakes. This one's panicked, so he probably won't be able to get away. I am going to get rid of that wraith now. I'm going to leave my angel on defense. Bring this guy around here. He's now panicked. That's not really very good. Should I revive my archer? I actually would kind of like to, I think. Because he could be handy for shooting up that spider. You know what? No. We've got more archers coming into this area, more reinforcements. So I don't think I'm going to bother. It's not worth the 25 mana. It's better spent on other things. This angel will probably go down here. You know what? That wraith, I'm going to actually have this angel just go after the spider. I might be able to stun it. Okay, good. So I've got a unit stunned that will probably die on the next turn. They've got a unit panicked that's going to die trying to run away on the next turn. My guy over here might die trying to run away on the next turn. Okay, that's one snake, primed for True Resurrect. I lost my Phantasm Warrior. He wants to go pick a fight with the same guy and had the same result, got panicked. Okay, the angel will come back, so I don't need to worry about him. This guy is... Okay, well the problem is that he's sitting on the other Shock Serpent. So... seem to have a problem with that. I want that Dread Reaper gone. Okay, I dazed them, which means I think they can only move and guard. Okay. I'm going to take the hit from that spider to go kill this guy. That Dread Reaper needs to go. I am thinking about getting the Phantasm Warrior back up because he was a pretty high champion level. I think I'll probably get him back. Especially since I can't true res the snake on this turn anyway. Yeah, I literally can't. So... cast a spell. True Resurrect my guy over here. Come on back. And then the trick to this is going to be drawing the battle out long enough to get both these snakes back. Would you stop? Get the... It's going to revive him first now. Stop going to that freaking spot. Oh, gosh, guys. Come on. Come on, guys. I need to move... Why is the Eldritch Horde... It's stunned, okay. Like, I need to... Is he dazed for another turn? How many turns is Daze active? I think he is. He he can only move and guard for one more turn, so I'm not really... If I daze the spider, that would actually be pretty handy. A daze or a stun, either one would be fine. I just don't want to kill it. Alright, fine. We're gonna do this, I guess. Oh wait, I think I did get the daze. Oh, I did. Okay, great. This buys me much needed time. So we gotta keep that spider alive. Okay, thank you. Now, that snake can't do hardly anything to the Phantasm Warrior. So what I'm going to do is keep that snake around. Well, first thing I'm going to do is True Resurrect the King Shock Serpent. And now I know there's another one underneath him that I want. The question is, oh, you know what? I need the snake to die because I want the Vampire Spider Queen, which is dazed for one more turn. Because I want to resurrect this mature Shock Serpent too. So he can actually die. It's the bug, the spider, that I need to make sure lives for a little longer at least. So I'm going to have these guys come bestow Iron Heart on her. She can actually finish this snake, that's fine. The spider can't hit anything right now. This guy's finally done being panicked. I may be able to dominate the spider, which I may as well try to do. Okay, that spider is no longer dazed and can hit things. I need to get the snake off of his buddy so I can res the next one. And then, who's capable of taking hits? You don't have a... You'll do okay enough at it. We'll let the angel take one. And then on the next turn, I can get the other snake back and then try to dominate the vampire. Vampire spider. Okay. I think I'm doing this all right. I sure hope I am. Cast spell. True res. On the mature Shock Serpent. The Archangel will come back. The Archer is not worth the true res. So at this point, I think I just need to try to dominate this. Is there any way I can weaken its resistance to conversion? I don't think I can. Alright, I think I just have to go for it. Got it. Nice. Okay, well this army just went from being kind of crappy to freaking OP in like one turn. Close that. I unlocked City's Quake. That could be fun. Causes the foundations of a city to tremble and rupture. It would make that race not very happy with me, though. I did get a bunch of casting points, though. That's always pretty fun. Alright, and then I got all sorts of new animal friends, which are going to help me clear other things further north, especially the heart structures, so I can keep that mana going. I got a lot of units pretty badly beat up in that fight, so basically all the injured people need to hang out with each other, and all the healthy people can hang out with each other. And you guys are all so close to the Hasteberries. It's just the Eldritch Horror slowing them down. Well, hang on. I can get these guys here. can at the very least get this tower. I actually probably could have used that battle as an opportunity to micromanage healing. Probably should have done that. We got a shadow. Ooh, we have a shadow stalker that's not dedicated to neutral. Guess who's going to join my team? Haha! I knew I'd finally get one. Yeah, you're going to be on my side. I might... No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. They need a turn to heal. We don't need to get ahead of ourselves. I'll just go in on the next turn and take care of that. In fact, we need like kind of the A team to handle this structure and the dungeon anyway. So I'll move these guys. Well, no, they can be like extras in the fight. That's fine. Yeah, they can go there. Unfortunately, my animals can't move for a bit yet, but that's okay. And then we'll have the mammoth just come sit up here and look intimidating. Okay, this guy, I can close this, and now this guy should have a path that he's on. I think I might be able to... Okay, you should already have a path, but let's see if I can remember where he's going, because it's apparently not doing it. I think I wanted him to go up to where I was just fighting. Up here to get to that Heart of the Blight. So it's going to take him 9 turns to get there. It's quite a trip, but that's okay. And then this city, I want to undo the rally point and then go back to Dwarf Firstborn production. And I'm probably going to spam that for the remainder of the game. In fact, yes, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Infinite Dwarf Firstborn production, everybody. It sounds like fun. Okay, item has arrived. More eggs to hatch, which are going to take forever to hatch. It's a Frost Wyvern egg. I'm sure somebody could make better use of that. I did send him the Gold Wyvern egg, so he's got one. He's got an Obsidian Wyvern egg, which is fairly crappy, but Iggy could actually use a better one. But I think I'm just going to let my Sorcerer hatch them. She's going to be going back closer to where Iggy and my Druid are anyway, so it'll make it quicker to share mounts between everyone for now. Yeah, because the Druid could use something better than an Obsidian Wyvern as well. In fact, so could Arctica. So yeah, I think I'm going to swap those out like that. We'll close that for now. Is this unexplored? I don't know if I really even care to explore that, though. The Elf City will eventually cover those, but they're both unexplored. The important thing is the Heart of the Arctic. That's all I really care about here. I think I'm better off just going straight back, although the quickest path back is actually pretty close to that anyway, so maybe it is worth running in there and clearing it. I'm gonna do another quick save. You know what? Yeah, I'm coming so close to it, like 2 spaces away. I may as well go in there just for the loot, if nothing else. Very likely victory. I should be able to do this, no problem. But because Arctica's involved, I kind of feel like I have to do manual combat. Especially with there being like this... Oh, I guess it's the Glacial Totem, not the Hailstorm thing. Alright, I know the Ice Queens will all come in and do their Ice Nova. That's fine. I'm going to back off to be out of the range of the Ogres. Well, actually, I definitely need to back Arctica off. And I'm going to just cast Thunderstorm. Make sure I'm out of the range of the Ogres so that even if they do use Guardbreaker, it doesn't really matter. In fact, I actually want them to on that angel up there. Yeah, everything else is fine. Yeah, use guard breaker. Oh, well, I guess they could reach him, but can't reach anybody else. Why don't you just beat that guy up? Or lady. I probably should be dominating. Crap. Yeah, I should be trying to dominate a lot of this stuff. I can't dominate all of it, but, like, I don't know. I actually don't even really want to with the Ice Queens, because I can make way better Ice Queens. But maybe the Yetis, since I can't make them, at least not in most of my cities. Alright, you just kill this Ice Queen. Why don't you try to dominate the Yeti? Okay, well, if you don't want to be on my team, then that's fine. Wouldn't mind dominating another White Witch. That could be handy. Everybody's health is pretty good. I think I'm just gonna have Artica keep shooting. Like her to keep getting more XP so I can keep adding on to defense. Whoever this person shoots next is going to get healed. And I want to move the Eldritch Horror up to take a crack at dominating her. Okay. So you can heal yourself. Barely need healing, but I'll give it to you anyway for the XP. You don't really need healing either, but again, just for the XP, why not? And I'm gonna try to dominate, and if that doesn't work, okay, we got it. Crystal Crown. Oh, that's the cool scout one I got. But I could sell it for 450 gold. I don't really need the gold or the... Well, that Gazer's Eye is nice. Yeah, these are both two pretty nice items. The range strength and the petrifying touch. Well, it's the range strength primarily that's really handy with this. Actually, this would be generally a good idea for Artica to just hold. What does the Frost Wyvern do? Does the Frost Wyvern give like a 40%? Does one of my heroes have a Frost Wyvern? Yes. Flying and 40% frost protection. And does any of them have a Gold Wyvern? I have not hatched a Gold Wyvern yet. I think I'm going to leave the Frost Wyvern with Artica. And... because that would take her frost from 60 to 100%. And then I'll send the Gold Wyvern to... the Druid, probably. And who could use a Crown of Remote Sensing? He probably could. I am not using these. I have never used those. I'm selling them. Make some space here. He's got an Obsidian Wyvern Egg on the way. And I might send him a helmet. Iggy I would prefer to keep Seeker. That's a good fit for his build. And Zari's got her own custom thing already. The Druid has... I think actually the Druid could benefit from the Crown item. I'm going to send that to her as well. But this I'm going to keep on Artica for the extra. Because now her Magic Bolt or her Fairy Fire does, well, it should do a little bit of physical damage. I think the unit's range attacks deal +1 physical damage. Why does that not apply to Fairy Fire? It should. just by virtue of having this item in your inventory. I don't really know why that's not working, but okay. I guess somebody in the comments can answer that for me. In any case, let's go back down here. Because Arctica's got all this extra movement, we can go in here. This one is just a quick auto. And back to it. All right. So that army's pretty much taking care of everything there was to take care of in that area. And with that, I think I'm going to need to save the rest for the next episode, guys. I'm going to wrap this one up here. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. Like I said in the last episode, there will be one more this week. Don't know for sure if I'll stagger them once every 2 days or if I'll just do the one per day, 3 right in a row. We'll see what happens. But regardless, I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm going to wrap this one up here, so I'll see you all in the next episode. Special thanks to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Blitz, Braden, Dawson Horner, Jimbro, Sarah Feingold, Shbongo Fan, and Tarsak. Thanks so much, everybody.